Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first are these two strange craft coming up to meet the U.S. space station. Now this is an older footage that was just recently re-uploaded. Also have this video of a strange drone or balloons or something, not too sure what's going on here, caught in the UK. And this video is about some hikers that claim to have found a caveman frozen in a cave. But, you know, to me, this looks more like a Bigfoot, if this is real. Also have this footage here. I wasn't too sure if I should put this up because I thought I did put it up. But, you know, I thought against it, but because I just didn't believe it was real. But looking through the comments, some people have said that it could be a giant toad. But, I mean, I thought if it was a toad, these dogs that are surrounding it would have been eaten. But anyways, take a look at that. Also have this strange craft that was seen in Israel. And this is a video or an illustration that was created by someone after listening to this guy, Pais. I think he patented an anti-gravity craft. And here he's explaining it to Kurt Jaimungai, or whatever his name is, from the Theory of Everything. So we'll take a look at that. Also have this clip here of former U.S. presidents talking about UFOs. And this is an article. Actually, it's a series of newspaper clippings from the past of giants that have been found. And then in the end here, there's also this really long video that shows all these footprints that have been found all over the planet. And then last is this article here. Former Russian military general claims that aliens are already here, which is what I've been saying. Anyways, let's check out this footage here now. This is an older footage. This came out several years ago, but it was just recently uploaded. But let me back up here, and you're going to see these craft come up from Earth and check out the space shuttle. Yeah, notice that zoom? That means someone is working that camera, and they obviously know that these crafts are there, and they're zooming in on it. But another thing is, you know, these crafts came from Earth. They didn't come from the future. They didn't come from another dimension or another planet. They came up from planet Earth because we are not the only species living on this planet. Anyways, link to that will be in the description. Let's go to this one here. This one, you know, initially I thought it was just some balloons floating in the sky, but there's no way balloons would be able to stay this steady up this high. I think they would, you know, it would be whipped around if it was just balloons.
We were conducting a litter pick with a local scout group. I was there as a press photographer getting some drone shots of the event, and this was pointed out to me by a member of the public who suggested that I followed it. It appeared to be balloons on my phone screen, but the 4K footage paints a slightly different picture. The object was about 500 feet. I was flying at 400 feet, which is the default max altitude I've set on the DJI Mini 2, which this was filmed on. I'm a registered drone pilot with more than 5 years experience. So what are we seeing here? It is a very weird object and a great capture. If this isn't anything terrestrial, this is a perfect example of one of the clearest videos I've seen of an ET drone. I've mentioned my theory on ET drones on the channel many times. Quick recap. ET drones are surveillance devices that survey us on a daily basis located all around the globe at certain altitudes that they will never come into contact with anybody on the ground or any air traffic. These drones are constantly in a cloaked state, undetected by radar, but every so often the cloaking devices fail and become visible for a certain amount of time. No matter how advanced you are concerning technology, there's always room for error. So yeah, check this one out. Legends.
Yeah, you can't really see it real close there, but apparently this guy does have a 4K version of it. This is only 1080p, but he thinks that it is some kind of surveillance device that is usually cloaked, but for whatever reason, the cloaking is malfunctioning, and we can see this. But he thinks that these things are all over the planet surveilling us. Anyways, link will be in the description. Let's check out this video here. This one is claiming that this is Norwegian mountaineers found remains of a humanoid Paleolithic area. Yeah, this isn't a human or hominid. This looks more like a Bigfoot. Anyways, check this out. Yeah, look at that. These two are, I don't think they're alike. Again, this looks more like a Bigfoot, and this looks more like a primate. And the notion that we evolved from, a creature that looked like this is just absolutely ridiculous. Because first of all, this is a primate. It has 24 pair of DNA strands, whatever. We have 23 pairs. So, how does a species with 23 pairs evolve from a species with 24 pairs? It just doesn't make sense. I think it's just, one of the lies, one of the many lies that we've been told throughout the years. But anyways, check out this video. Very, very interesting. Let's see. Now, this video, I thought that I had posted this video, but I think I chose not to because I just couldn't believe it is real. I was convinced that it was fake, that it's just some guy playing a prank. But some people in the comments said that it might be a giant toad. But anyways, check this out. Yeah, you see, I think if this was a giant toad, I think the dogs would have been eaten. And here you can see like the bend in the leg. I just don't think a human can bend his leg where that leg bends. Yeah, see, yeah, I think if it was a human crab walking, it just would look different, I believe. I don't know. Of course, I'm always open to being wrong. But anyways, link will be in the description. Yeah, this is another strange one. This is out of Israel. Check this out.
וואו, אבל אני לא יכולה לראות את זה טוב. וואו, זה להרחיק את זה. קווים כאלה, בואי תראי משהו מיוחד, בואי. וואי, תראי רגע. אני רואה, נו מה. תראי. ננסה לעשות את זה לא בווידאו. נו מה, כוכב אדומה, מה? לא רואה אבל את הקווים האלה? כן. מה כן? אני רואה, כן.
Yeah, that's really the best shot you're going to get of it. That's all it does. This is like almost a 2.5-minute video, and that's all it does. Just hangs up there in the sky. But yeah, some people were saying that it's a street light shot through the fog. I don't think so. I think that is some kind of craft floating up there. Anyways, link will be in the description. Let's go to this one here. Now, this is this guy that Kurt Jaimungo on the Theory of Everything podcast interviews this guy that patented some type of a gravity cancellation device or an anti-gravity craft. But in here, he's explaining how it works.
Of a craft. Right.
And then the microwave emitters are there in order to accelerate their vibrational frequency.
Yes, you need that in order to get these high frequencies of vibration.
And these microwave emitters, once they're turned on after some time, I don't know how long, then it will induce the Schwinger effect.
It will induce the frequencies that you need to achieve the Schwinger effect with.
Anyways, let me just stop that right there. Link to this will be in the description, and definitely check out the entire interview of him explaining how he came up with the patent. Let's see. Now, this video here, it's what former U.S. presidents have said about UFOs. Now, the first one is Barack Obama. I think it's interesting. Let me just play this.
When it comes to aliens, there's some things I just can't tell you on air. But what is true, and I'm actually being serious here, is that there's footage and records of objects in the sky that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain how they moved, their trajectory. They did not have an easily explainable path.
Yeah, notice how he parsed his words very, very carefully, because he did not want to say the wrong thing. And I wonder, he said that there's some things that he can't reveal on air. So I wonder if he told Corden anything else that, he didn't repeat there. But this notion that, they don't know the trajectory or they don't know how they work, those are lies. They do know how some of these crafts work. They do know where some of them are going because, we have designated UFO hotspots here on the planet. There are places that our government knows these crafts are coming in and out of the oceans or through some type of portals. So, some people, have said that, the aliens are in control. And, based on what he said there, I think it's interesting. But anyways, let me also play you what George Bush says.
When you were in office, did you go through the secret files, the UFO documents? The vice president.
It's funny. My daughters asked the very same question.
Would you be allowed to tell your daughters what was in those files?
No.
You're not telling me what? Are you not telling me that you looked at them?
I'm not telling you nothing.
Are there really great secrets that you know that you can't share with people?
Yeah.
Okay, now, it's obvious if you read between the lines there that, they're definitely keeping secrets. And, if you're still one of these people who needs a father figure or a parental figure to tell you what you can and can't believe, or that, that these crafts are out there, you're really just revealing yourself to be an institutionalized sheep. So, you don't need the government to tell you that these things are real. And you don't have to wait. There's enough whistleblowers out there who are revealing these truths. And again, just use your own intellect, use your own common sense, use your own ability to think critically, and use some deductive reasoning, right? These crafts have been here for a long time. And not just these crafts, there's Bigfoots out there, and there's all kinds of other strangeness out there. If just because you can't accept that reality doesn't mean that it's not real. But anyways, a link to this will be in the description. Let's go to this article here. Talks about all of these different giant bones that have been found all over the planet. It says below are a series of images in no particular order, which depicts items ranging from actual Smithsonian card entries on large human remains to photos depicting specific items kept in storage at the Smithsonian off-site storage facilities. And, a lot of these articles, they talk about how someone from the Smithsonian would come and pick up the specimen, and then it would be warehoused, and we'd never see these things again. But they compare the size of these skulls, and a lot of times these skulls have the double rows of teeth, and then there's something else too. There's like a hole in the jaw. Let me see. Let me go. Where is that at? Oh yeah, here. Check out this. A lot of these skulls, the giant skulls, have that little hole in the jaw. But look at all of these articles. And then in this video here, this is a 17-minute video, showing you the different sizes that they found. Here, look at this. This is a shoe. This is a shoe of a giant. Now, yeah, in the ancient past, I think life conditions were way too hard for, a shoemaker to make this shoes just for shits and giggles. And besides, you can look at the shoes and tell that this was worn. Somebody used this, but those buckles look kind of modern, which is rather strange. Anyways, let's see. Here's a giant finger. This was I think this is like an Egyptian finger, and I think they determined that whoever's finger this was, the person was like maybe 16 feet tall. Here's that Michael Tellinger and the footprint of God. Talks about how here, like, yeah, this was used to be the bottom of a river or something, and this happens if you step in mud, right? Mud will squeeze through your toes just like this. So this isn't something that some artist created, which is what some people are going to try and claim. Let's see. This is talking about the stones at Baalbek, Lebanon. And I think, yeah, these are just a lot of stories in the ancient past of giants. Let's see. Here's footprints, shoe prints of a giant. Look at that. Now this is in super, super old rock. Let's see, this is traces on stone in India. Look at this is apparently some giant, walk through here, because this is a series of footsteps. And what's interesting is all the different shapes. And and some of these footprints are obviously fake. That one I don't think is fake. Botswana here in the US. This is a 100-million-year-old rock. This is a giant with shoes. Yeah, look at that one. Look at the size of someone's foot there. Now, these are, from videos I've played before. And this one here is a human footprint, and then a dinosaur walked across the human footprint. So this notion that, we didn't coexist is wrong. More dinosaur footprints alongside some giant human footprint. I think, yeah, now this one is fake. I think this is, someone sculpted this into the ground. Yeah, that's definitely looks real. Michael Tellinger again. Yeah, here's this one here. I think I've shown this one before, but there's evidence all over the planet that giants did exist. Here's this one. This is someone, giant with shoes that created this entire path. And then here, this is a giant handprint. So the evidence is out there. This is not, someone's belief or speculation. This is based on evidence, and we have been lied to. There's so many things that they're not telling us. But again, you don't need them to tell us. The internet is out there, and all this information is out there. You just have to be willing to go out and find it. But anyways, let's go to this last article here. Former Russian military general claims that aliens are here, which is what I've been saying. So let's go down here where it talks about Colonel Robert Friend, who was a director at the U.S. government's investigation into the phenomenon at the time, Blue Book from 1950 to 1962, suggests in his final interview before his death that the U.S. Air Force knew what these objects were, which is why they shut down the program, hinting at the possibility that they were extraterrestrial. And then it says here, General Leonid G. Ivashov is an example of a worthy whistleblower. He claims that, yes, aliens are undoubtedly here on Earth in one form or another and in some capacity. But so far, the extraterrestrials have not caused any harm with their presence. No harm to humans, infrastructure, or any other living species on Earth. So to argue that there is an alien threat, well, that probably does not match to reality. At the 1 hour and 14-minute mark, Ivashov may be seen expressing this in a clip from Dr. Stephen Greer's latest film, The Cosmic Hoax. Again, that's even wrong because, humans are being abducted. Animals are being abducted. I mean, again, this is something they don't talk about very often, but, people's cats are being found chopped in half. Horses have been found, mutilated and cut up, as well as like deer. I mean, I have a video of a living deer with its entire backstrap missing. It's still walking around, and the cut on that giant piece of skin that's missing. I don't know how this deer stayed alive, but it's obvious that it was done with some type of a laser tool. But its entire backstrap is missing. Again, do a search, deer missing backstrap, and tell me that these aliens aren't a harm, or they're not a threat to us. We're their zoo. I have so many of here that I couldn't put it up, but in the next video I'm going to put up an article where Lou Elizondo talks about how that this is a zoo. And the aliens are our zookeepers. So anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.